Hey guys, it's Denise. I have my lovely reheated coffee here, and I have a semi-quiet household, so I thought I would just try and film a media kind of catch-up, techo kaigi, just review everything that I've been using or I've used in the last 6 months. I think this is everything that I kind of started off with, and I just want to, yeah, we'll just have a chit chat. I'm sorry if you can hear my heater and my laundry machine is going, but it's the quietest it's going to be today, so I thought I would just film this now anyway. I am going to start off with my Hweeks just because that has been my main planner for the start of the year. So let's get these out of the way. So this is a Hweeks Mega in the sneaker cover. Just added stickers throughout the last few months. I do have a proper flip of this, but I will just say that I am retiring this because I have used all the pages in the back. So all the notes pages I've used. I did end up using this as my main planner for pretty much all of the last 6 months. I'd say the only kind of month I dropped out was I think in March, but then I just back planned it, so it's all pretty much filled in. I'm happy with the way I've used this. Yeah, happy that I have finished all the pages. I did end up using them as kind of journal notes, some media journaling. Yeah, trying to sketch up what I want to use for 2025 already. But yeah, so loved my Hweeks, and it is now done and dusted. So I don't know if I'll be using another one of these for next year, but I did love it this year. It is a bit of a chunk now as well, which is great. The other thing that I started the year off with was passports. So I came up with these passport notebooks that have Tomoe River paper because I love Tomoe River paper. So I initially started off this passport notebook as I wanted it to be a kind of memory keeper, and that didn't really work out well because I just found that I didn't have time to print the photos and paste them in and write stuff about them on a daily basis. So it sat around for a little while, and then I finally turned it into my kind of daily notes list. I do have a flip of this and how I use it as well on my channel, so if you want a more in-depth, but I pretty much just used it from April until the start of June, and then I had to retire it because again I ran out of pages. So this one's fluffed up. I think I left about 5-10 pages, but it wasn't enough to stay in it any longer, so that one is nicely retired. Loved it. It was initially sitting in my passport TN, but because I wasn't using it anymore, I've just taken it out. And then I'm not sure what cover I started the year off with, but I've been changing out my covers every now and then. The other thing I was using is this weekly insert by the Travelers Company. I started this off as a kind of a journal. I really wanted it to work out as like a short form journal. So I was just trying to write a few days a page just to encompass what that day was. So it started off really well, and then kind of just fizzled out. I stopped using it for a while, and then I picked it back up I think in April as well, and we've just been using it as a planner. So love it as a planner. It's a perfect size, I'd say, for like on the go everyday carry. I was able to use this because I was using this for my daily notes, so that's why it was great size. Just popped this Muji passport memo. This is just a dot grid, just a scrap paper. I've had this around for a little while, but I've pretty much used all the pages now, so that'll retire, and this ends today. So today's the 30th of June. Yeah, so it's pretty much done for this guy. And I'm actually set up a new TN wallet, so I won't be using this one for now, so these will all get archived. But I did love that weekly insert. Again, not sure if I would use it again next year, but it was great to use the first half. I actually have sold the second half, so the July to December booklet, because I felt like I wasn't going to use it the next half of the year, and I didn't want it to go to waste. The other thing that I started the year off with was this Hobonichi A6 weekly supplement. I'm still using it here and there. I initially didn't really have a use for it, but I have since popped it in my kind of planner for my Hungry Gal Studio stuff, so it does work nicely. I don't use it so much for planning ahead. It's mostly kind of notes, and if I have like a day where I've got time to do stuff, or if I've got ideas, I'll just pop them in there. If you haven't seen this one, it's just a vertical planner, but it is quite small. So this is next to the passport, so it's almost, your writing space is about the same as a passport. It is, they say that it's A6, but it's slightly smaller than a traditional A6 because I think it's supposed to fit inside of your A6 techo. Anyway, yeah, I love the space. I love the paper. I don't know if this is the new paper, but yeah, it's still nice. But I just use it as like a running to-do list for things, and if I've started using it just to record any content ideas or when I want to upload stuff. So this has been good, and I will probably keep using that for the next half of the year. But because that is all that I started off the year with, I'll just go into what I have been using in addition to that. So I've added a lot of things, a lot of different planners and books, but the other thing that I have added, so I did have this at the start of the year, it's just the dated monthly. Again, I didn't really have much of a use for it. I thought I would use it in my kind of everyday carry, but the weeks was enough. So I've just been using it kind of to count social media. I won't go any further than that because I've got a few notes in there. But yeah, just any social media, any sales, any codes, stuff like that is what I've just been using that for. Works great for that. And then I've got another Muji passport memo, but this one's in a grid. So I use this just to write any ideas. It's just really scratch paper as well. But yeah, been loving those. I'm gonna slightly change it up for the next half of the year, I think, because I've really got a lot of ideas in my mind of things I want to come out with, create. So I might retire this. I'm still not sure. Okay. Now the things that I have jumped into this year, I'll start with my latest one that I'm very excited about. It is a traveler's train that I picked up on a D-stash. This is just being used as my wallet now, so I also was able to get my hands on this Superior Labour and Baumkuchen collab. They've got this wallet insert, so I've been able to get that. And I love it so much. I've only had this for about a week, but it's yeah, I really like it. In here I just have a undated monthly, so just very basic plans, just to have with me on the go. I didn't want to put a notebook in here because I didn't want it to fluff up too much, but I think I might eventually pop one in. There's space in there, so that's that one. The other kind of planners or type of planners I've added this year has been ring planners. So I've only really had a one ring planner in the past, and I didn't enjoy it because I felt like the rings were maybe too big. So when I would write on this side, I felt like the rings would just get in my way. I still feel like that a little bit, but I felt like because I chunked this one up a bit more, so sorry, this is the Filofax Malden in the personal size. When I chunked this up a bit more, there was kind of less rings because there was more fluff, if that makes sense. I'm not using this currently, but when I did, it was just the Filofax weekly inserts, but the week to one page, which I actually quite liked, as you can see. I do love flipping through the rings, brings me a lot of joy, so I will probably get back in this at some point in the next few months, but for now I'm just staring at this beautiful leather. The other rings that I tried is the plotter. So this is just in the Bible size. I initially set this up as a planner with my Filofax weekly inserts, but now I'm just using it more of a journal. So I've just got this kind of yearly page on here, but that's all I've got in terms of planning, and the rest is just some pages from plotter, and then I've just got some Stology paper that I cut up and popped in here, and it's been working really nicely as my journal. Alright, voiceover Denise. The next one is my standard TN. This is the Traveller's Train from Tokyo Station. I really do love this TN. For a few months there, I did have my Hobonichi Weeks in here, housed with this insert that was just kind of like a dump collections notebook, and then just my sticker release book. Yeah, was just trying to test out the size. I do love it. I've just got a pocket here with some extra stickers, and I'm just trying to see if I can get this to work for next year. The next one is just this Moleskine spiral in the XL size. I saw Mama of More Plans using this, so I really wanted to try it out. I do love Moleskine paper, but I feel like this one was a bit too big. It's probably a B5 size. It is definitely bigger than an A5. The one thing that kind of put me off is that it didn't have any notes pages, which I feel like I really need notes pages. But I am going to try repurpose this for July and the second half of the year, just as like a planner, I guess, or notes base where I can write stuff for Hungry Girl Studios. I just don't want the paper to go to waste because it's really good paper. And then my current favourite is this pocket notebook that's just from my shop. It's Tomoe River paper, which I, again, love. I did repurpose this for the month of June, the second half of June, because I had run out of space in my passport. So we moved over to this one. Yeah, love it. Great size. Slightly bigger than a passport. It is pocket size, but I will do a proper flip of this soon as well, just to show you how I use it. And because I was into the cute little planner sizes, I also have added pocket rings and mini rings to my collection. I have got them both in the Saffiano. One's the poppy red and one's the black. The pocket one is currently not properly set up because I'm not using it at the moment. I am actually using the mini rings instead. I've just got this set up. I do have a video on both of these, and also kind of comparing the two because they are completely different sizes. And I've only got the weekly inserts in this one, so it's very easy to keep up with, but I do plan to just have this one kind of on the go in my handbag with my passport TN that's also my wallet. Now my one book for July, well, I'm trying to do one book for July, is my Hobonichi Cousin. So this is an A5 planner. I've got it decorated here with a few stickers. I haven't written anything in here yet. It's still very fresh. I'm quite excited to move into it though. But what I'll be using this as, I'm going to try and use it as both my planner. So that's what the weeks section will be for. And then I will try and use the daily pages as my journal and my dump notes and whatnot. And just some honorable mentions, so just some of my favorite pens. So right now I am loving the Jetstream Rollerball. It's a 1.0. My Hweek Sport, specifically this blue, pale blue, and my brown one. They've just got the Hweek cartridges in them. My Energel in the 0.7 brown colour. Love a clicky pen. This Muji, which is a classic favorite, it is 0.5 in black. And then what I also really love is my Sarasa mark-on pen in the 0.4, particularly for my Tomoe River paper notebooks. Alright, that's all for my planner update. These are just me showing you all the things that I have been tried, loving for the last 6 months. I am hoping to try and get back in a few of these, I guess, but I have also loved that I have completed and finished some notebooks, which is something that I often find very difficult. I'm also very happy that I've kind of ticked off a few things from my wish list, and yeah, hope to use a lot more different things in the next 6 months. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Bye!